Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot. And today I want to talk to you about something that I've heard every tarot reader experiences at one time or another. And that is a reading that seems to be a complete fail. Okay, yesterday this happened to me. I would love to hear if it's ever happened to you. A friend of mine, and I'm not going to give her name, but she is a friend who, if I need help with anything spiritual, she's always there. We do readings for each other, and she's not a friend where I see her all the time, and I don't know her business, a lot of it, I mean, I know a few things, but not everything that's going on in her life. But she sent me a text yesterday, and it said, I need a huge favor, and I said, what's up? She said, a reading. I said, sure, what's your question? So she said, this morning at 5 a.m., an angel or a spirit, not sure which, woke me up by calling my name and would not stop calling my name until I answered. It said the answer to my question was in the light. It then told me to come, but I did not, meaning come to the light, I guess. It then said a few other things, but I couldn't make out what it said. And I said, where did it want you to come to? And she said, it used my husband to speak to me. He was asleep, and the voice coming through was not his voice, but it was a man's voice. I'm not sure where it wanted me to come to. I know that it was waking me up at 5 on 4/1, which would be April 1st, which equals 5, and that probably means a change is coming. Light might mean the third eye. I'm not sure. So I said, that's wild. Does your husband know he was used that way? And she said, I guess I'm just wanting to understand what it all means. What's the message I'm supposed to get from it? And what's the question it was talking about? No, he doesn't know. But when the spirit left, his breathing was like he'd run a race, but he stayed asleep. It has me confused. And I said, I can see why you're confused. Is there any specific deck you want me to use? And she said, the energy today has seemed off and unbalanced and need insight on the whole situation, whatever deck you feel drawn to. And I said, okay, I'll do it as soon as I ground and center and find the right deck. She said, okay, thanks. And I said, you're welcome. I'll let you know what I find out. Now, let me put this into context by saying that the Mercury retrograde started yesterday officially. And so that's probably why her energy was feeling off. So I grounded, I centered myself, I prayed, I did everything I do before a reading, and I shuffled the cards and I laid them out, asked the questions, 3 questions, and I got the reading. And when I gave it to her, she said, I'll tell you what the reading was in a minute, because it may be for someone else. So she said, I said, does that make sense? No. She said, no, it didn't make sense, but that doesn't mean it won't later. And thanks. And I said, you're welcome. Sorry, it didn't make sense. I can try again tomorrow if you want me to. She said, you can try, but sometimes the readings don't make sense at the moment and things are revealed later, which makes the reading make sense. Or it could be Mercury. I'm telling you, the energy's weird all over, and she's right about that. So another thought came to mind. And yes, it may be Mercury in retrograde that's messing things up. It may be my interpretation that's messing things up, but I told her what the cards were, and being a reader, she would know, if I was way off base with the meaning. But something came into my mind. I feel like this is somebody's reading, okay? Now, I don't think anyone else would have had the experience of being awakened at 5 o'clock in the morning, but maybe these cards will mean something to you. So I'm going to put it out there. And if this does mean something to you, please let me know. And then I'll know this reading was not a complete waste of time and that it helped somebody. All right. But this all being said, to let you know that I guess everybody does a bad reading once in a while. And, especially, and I usually don't worry about it too much because when I do general readings, I feel like it's for somebody out there. And usually somebody tells me that it spoke to them. So I don't think too much of that. But when I'm doing an individual reading for somebody, I really like it to be meaningful for them, because that's the whole point, isn't it? All right, so I chose to use the Gilded Tarot Royale by Ciro Marchetti with the text by Barbara Moore. And so I'm going to tell you what questions I asked. I'm going to tell you what cards I got and how I interpreted them. And then I'll be interested to see what you think. All right, so the first question I asked was, what message was Spirit trying to give my friend? And the cards I got were the King of Pentacles reversed, the Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. So I looked at, since these cards are all Pentacles, I thought, well, this must have something to do with either business, finance, or her career. Because, you know, definitely Pentacles obviously represent money. And they can represent material goods or whatever. All right, so I'm seeing the King of Pentacles reversed. So I'm seeing that someone in charge of something. And with Three of Pentacles, that's usually collaborating with others. You know, coming up with a really fabulous project or product for someone. And so I feel like maybe the person in charge of a particular project that would have been maybe at her business, or at, you know, at her business or at her work, or, you know, having to do with her career or her finances. Someone in charge of a product was not fulfilling their duty. They were not actually handling it the way it should have been handled. And I thought the Six of Pentacles was a message to her to make sure that in this project or whatever's going on, that everything is being handled fairly and in a balanced way. All right, so that was the first question, and that's what I got out of it. So you'll have to let me know what you think. All right, the second question I asked was, what question of hers was Spirit referring to? Because remember, the Spirit said, the answer to your question is in the light. All right, so for that I got the Seven of Wands reversed, the Eight of Wands reversed, and the Ten of Swords. And for this, I felt that someone was not... She had a question about someone and whether they were standing up for what they were supposed to be standing up for, whether they were supporting the people or the issues that they were supposed to be supporting, and that because of the way this person, they're wondering if the way this person is handling the situation, it is slowing things down, and she's worried that it might lead to a bad ending. Okay, so the whole question was about this situation, that this person, if this person, is this person handling the situation correctly? Is this person supporting the people or the issues that they need to support? Because something's holding this up, and I'm afraid it's going to lead to a bad ending. All right, so that is, to me, what the question is about, this situation. And it looks like it will be leading to a bad situation, or a bad ending, if this doesn't get straightened out. So that's what I got for the second question. And then the third question I asked was, where was my friend supposed to go when the Spirit said, go or come with me, come? Where did the Spirit want her to go? And this could be, I think the Spirit, I got the Hermit, the Five of Cups, and the High Priestess. And I thought that perhaps the Spirit was her higher self. And the Spirit was asking her with the Hermit to go inside herself, to commune with her inner wisdom, okay? To commune with her inner wisdom. And this Five of Cups, what I noticed about this card and the way I'm interpreting it now is this is a man on his knees and it looks like he's praying. So I feel like this Spirit was asking her to go inside, to connect with her inner wisdom, to pray, and with the High Priestess to use her intuition to find the answers that she was seeking. And this would be in the light. She would be looking to the light of her inner wisdom, you know, to the light of her source, who she prays to, and to her intuition. And so that is what I got, and that is what I told her. Okay? And I said, does this make sense to you? And she said, nope, it doesn't make sense to me. But she's a reader, and as she said, sometimes readings don't make sense at the time you receive them, but they will make sense later. Now, with Mercury retrograde being all crazy, and and affecting communication and so on, I was thinking perhaps this reading was for someone else as well. If it was for you, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. I see that my battery's gone. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. I hope if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.